Good evening and welcome to another episode of You Are What You Eat. Today we'll be interviewing several people who have suffered the consequences of their bad eating habits. Thank you Arman, Tan and Afrina for joining us today. So all of you are now victims of bad eating habits. So let me start by asking you this. What food were you obsessed with before?
I'm obsessed with instant noodles like Maggi and ramen.
So I'm really obsessed to eating chocolate.
I love to eat fast food, KFC, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Domino, Ramly Burger, all my favorite foods.
So that brings me to my next question. When and how did your food obsession start?
I started eating instant noodles when I was at boarding school because I always feel hungry every night and I can eat only instant noodles. So that was when I started to eat it.
So I think for me that I don't realize when I started. Just I think that one of my friends told me that I'm very addicted to chocolate whenever I eat chocolate with a rice. So start from that, I think that I'm really addicted to chocolate. Okay.
For me, the story was start during my secondary school life. During that time, our homework is just too much, and at this point, the stress begin to settle. But I know that one thing that can motivate me during this hard time, which is fast food. With it, I have more energy, I have more passionate, and I completed a lot more tasks that I would have otherwise.
Oh, I see. What interesting stories you have behind being obsessed with these junk foods. So after being obsessed with this junk food for a period of time, do you suffer from any health issues?
I now always feel stomachache and doctor said it is acid reflux. So whenever I have stomachache, I need to get Gaviscon to relieve the pain. That's why I suffer now.
Alright, okay, but for me, I think my health issue are really that like high blood pressure because I think I eat a lot of sugary food. So I go to check out for the doctor. So doctor said that my high blood pressure are very high. It's not very suitable for my age because I am 20 years old right now. So I think that I have a high blood pressure. So it's afraid for me. Okay.
For me, at 20 years of age, I was confirmed to have diabetes. But at that particular time, I still don't pay any attention to this problem and still maintain unhealthy lifestyle. At these times, all the issues starts coming out. High blood pressure, heart disease, etc. And until 2 years ago, I was confirmed with kidney failure. And now I have to carry out dialysis thrice a week. And it was pain.
So, wow, that's very sad stories that you all are suffering from. So let me ask you, how has this food obsession affected your life? How has it made you feel?
I'm very sad because now there are many types of food that I need to avoid, like food that have many sugar, many carbohydrate, and that now I can eat much.
So I think for my situation, I really affected my life because I should avoid the favorite thing I love. So I keep upset for my friend because for the day I can't to eat chocolate. I really upset to my friends. I told her like, where my chocolate? So I feel guilty for my friends because I cannot get my chocolate because I'm really addicted to it. So it's affected my life because I'm getting angry with my old friends because it's not such a big thing. So I think it affected my life for a lot.
For me, this health issue has cost me a lot. Now my life was terribly affected. Now I can't enjoy my food anymore. I must follow the food list by doctor, or else my condition will be even worse. others. I also laughed by my friends because of overweight. And the things that affect me the most is the dialysis treatment. I spent a lot of time to carry out this painful treatment.
Okay, for my final question, what is your word of advice for the younger generation who love to eat junk food?
Only want to say to everyone to not eat too much junk food because it is really bad. That's all.
Alright, I think that I have same opinion with Arman because I think that everyone, not be only children, should avoid to eat unhealthy food such as sugary food and so on. So I advise you guys out there not eating any really sugary food and unhealthy food because we are not longer to life. So we should taking care of our body health.
For me, my only advice to the audience in front of the television is you must take control on what you eat because health is wealth. Don't like me, you will regret.
So thank you everyone for answering all the questions. We hope that the audience out there will come to realization on the consequences of what you eat. That is all from us, ladies and gentlemen. See you on another episode of You Are What You Eat. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Malaysia News. Today, I am Balkish brought to you Malaysian teens are overweight. The prevalence of obesity among Malaysian youth is mostly due to lifestyle and unhealthy eating habits. Diets among the youth are tainted by fast food, sugary treats, and supersized portions. A survey result showed that 36% of Malaysian youth drink carbonated beverages at least once a day. Also, Malaysian people seems to consume heavy meal during or after supper, which also can be a risk of obesity. Research done by the Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania found that poor timing of meals can affect cholesterol and glucose level, increasing the risk of diabetes and also heart disease. Apart from that, eating breakfast promotes better weight management. Unfortunately, 7 out of 10 adolescents skip breakfast regularly. Being severely overweight can have a significant effect on children's health and well-being. Their school performance and self-esteem can be decreasing. With that, we go to the next reporter, Amira.
Thank you to Balkish. Speaking of teen obesity, Malaysia should take into account to improve their balanced diet. Schools should be avoiding to sell them those junk food and instead prepare high quality and healthy school meals. The food pyramid or healthy eating plates are some guide for students to practice good diet. They must be aware of the recommended intake for specific food group and the dietary information. Parents too must cultivate a good eating habit among the children. Planning school lunches for the children should also be a priority to the parent. Children are tomorrow leaders and inculcating a healthy lifestyle and good eating habit is imperative. Nonetheless, healthy eating practices for children should also occasionally come with sweet treats. Parents and school authorities such as teachers and school canteen operators serve as role models to the younger generation in adopting healthy eating habits while establishing a supportive environment. That is all for me, Nur Amira, to our Ministry of Health.
Malaysia's obesity issue in children and adults has been worrying for quite time. Malaysia's food culture may bond people together over a variety of meals. But this same food culture has led to 13.3% of Malaysians becoming obese, the highest among Southeast Asian countries. According to a United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, which is UNICEF survey, 12.7% of Malaysian children aged 5 to 19 years old are obese, the second highest in Southeast Asia behind Brunei. Most alarming is that 7.1% of overweight Malaysian children are under the age of 5. Also, 73% of deaths in Malaysia's government hospitals are due to obesity-related health issues. The average daily intake of sugar among Malaysian youth also increased from 7 teaspoons in 2012 to 10 teaspoons in 2017, which is more than the recommended limit for adults. The Ministry of Health has taken a school-based intervention to beat obesity in children by banning certain types of food from being sold in public school canteens. The banned food items include instant noodles, candies, preserved foods, and carbonated drinks. Hence, Malaysia can practice a good lifestyle with a balanced diet that leads to better health and future.
That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy your weekend.
Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly shows Dr. Shares. I am Dr. Shakira and my other two panels, Dr. Shwada and also Dr. Darshini, will be discussing about one topic, which is the bad consequences or impact in taking excessive amount of junk food in long term and also the short terms. For me, the serious effect of eating junk food in unhealthy way is our mental health could be declined. To be precise, people who like to eat junk food is 50% more likely to be depressed compared to the people who are still clear of it. So, in addition to mental health issues, excessive fast food consumption is linked to anxiety symptoms. So, the refined carbohydrate is food item can cause your blood sugar to fluctuate. So, extremely low sugar can cause panic attacks, insomnia, and other anxiety symptoms. Studies also have found a link between diets high in sugar and depressions. Overconsumption of sugar trigger imbalance in certain brain chemicals. This imbalance can lead to depression and may even increase the long-term risk of developing a mental health disorder for some people. As example, only by taking a small amount of junk food such as McDonald's fruits and yogurt can hook our brain and mental health issues with the high concentration of sugar. The dish have 22 grams of sugars, but we must aware that the Public Health Organization suggests us to consume only 24 grams added sugar per day to keep us healthy and get rid all of the health issues. Let's continue our shows with Dr. Darshini.
Hi everybody. Today I would like to share with you the bad effects of junk food on our health. So the primary concern surrounding fast food consumption is that it can provide an imbalanced amount of macronutrients. For example, consuming too much sugar can cause obesity. The risk of heart disease goes up as our weight and waist circumference increase. Eating too much salt raises blood pressure, another risk factor for heart disease. Regularly consuming excess saturated fat raises the level of cholesterol in our blood, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease and stroke. So here I would like to share with you the common health issues that people face when they eat junk food. Example of common heart disease faced by people are heart attack, also known as myocardial infarction, stroke, coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, and many more. So basically this disease occurs when people consume excess amount of fat. Then this excess fat we consume deposit in the artery walls, causing the narrowing of blood vessels. This causes less oxygen to be supplied to our heart tissues, eventually leading to cardiovascular disease. Besides, people get obesity when they consume food rich in sugar. This glucose later will be converted into fat and will be deposited under our adipose tissue. So basically, these are the common health issues faced by people who consume excess amount of fast food.
So let's have our last panel, Dr. Shwada, to give her opinion about the effect or bad consequences of intakes excessive amount of junk food.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shwada. So today I will talk about the effect of junk foods on our brain. Firstly, I want to ask, usually, how do we feel when we're consuming junk food? Yes, we feel happy, right? Actually, what happened was all the French fries, soft drinks, burgers, and the junk foods makes us high. The high term is used because our brain reward center releasing dopamine, but the brain can be overwhelmed with the pleasure. As a result, our brain adapts with the level of the pleasure and creating more extra dopamine receptor, which means we need more food to get the same pleasure level. Next, research from RMIT University shows that consuming a lot of sugary drinks when you're young could affect your brain development. This was tested on the teenage rats on the lab, which given sugared water to drink and tested on decision making, and the results showed that those who had sugar as teens found it harder to follow rules later in life. With that, junk food actually can inflame your brain. Inflammation can occur in hippocampus area within 5 days of sugary diets. Hippocampus is the part of brain that helps you realize when you are full. People with damaged hippocampus tends to feel hungry all the time, and this creates a vicious cycle of hunger and inflammation. And here's the important part for students. Listen, excessive junk food can shrink your ability to learn. Yes, junk food can make you dumb. Even though it's a common advice, most of us neglect the fact. The reason these things happen is because a diet full of junks reduces neuroplasticity, which is vital for creating memories and learning new things quickly. That's why people on healthy diets outperform than those who eat junks in simple memory tests. So there you go. Now you know some effects of junk foods on our brain. However, here's some good news for you. You can take simple steps to keep your brain and body in shape. You can start with eating fresh fruits and veggies. This is because they are full of antioxidants, which helps you fight inflammation. In your daily basis, you can add more oily fish and avocado on your diet. It is great to increase your new neuron production. Last but not least, never forget a regular cardio exercise. This will help you to boost neuroplasticity. Do you want to be a clever person? Choose a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle. So, that's all from us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next show.